red and black. Still got about 15 minutes. We'll just let posterity hear what we talk about until we do the 5-minute lead-in. Nice. Sounds like a call already went against Ellen.
A call already against who?
Yep. Okay, so we're not doing the people, just the score. Okay. And then, John, do you know how to do the camera switching?
No. But there's...
Oh, there's just the one. Okay. Oh, that makes it easier. Good. All right. So we're streaming now then. All right. Yeah, John, can you talk real quick?
I can talk. Can you hear me? I guess is the question.
I'm just seeing if you're picking up on the...
Yeah, sure.
I think so.
Red buttons mean you're live.
Yeah, and when he talks, it turns red, so that's good.
Cool,
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
Can I mute myself, just in case anyone doesn't want to hear me?
You can just take your headset off until we get started if you want.
All right.
I mean, anything we say now is recorded for posterity, so...
All right, so
we
get all
gotta
the cursing out of the way
we gotta
now
be careful.
before anything gets real. I enjoyed Benji trying to hold it in during one of the games they commentated for the tournament. I heard a sugar at one point.
A sugar, I like that.
Sugar. Yeah, that was a good one.
What did I say this morning that made my daughter laugh? Instead of BS, I said bull poop. She was like, "What?" Like, I'm trying not to cuss. And she said, "Cuss? What are you, 80? You call it cussing?"
Oh, that's funny. Can you hear me through your headset, Craig?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not a.
I wasn't
it's not
sure
a
if these
speaker,
things were
just a
supposed to
microphone.
be. All right. Well, that's a relief. Then I don't have to, worry about this not actually working.
What's that? Oh, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Because it's a cuss-free place, they use all those terms, sure, and what the for.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
See when my kids they must not say what the for.
What the fork? My kids used to say, "son of a bis."
It's like, no, you can't say
Yeah.
but
And what did they say? There was something else they said as a substitute, and I don't remember what it was. I would have to ask them. They would remember. So, John, when we get about 5 minutes before throw-in, we'll just do kind of a little bit of a live lead-in and talk about the game a little bit, and
Sounds
then we'll go live. I mean, we're already live. It's probably pretty much the last match out here of the year. Kind of sad.
Yeah, this is the final, right?
However, there is a ton of food. Greg from rugby said yesterday, it's all in the fridge and just have at it. So there's it looks like there's 25 burgers that we can grill.
Oh, wow.
And there is like 30 hot dogs in there. And some potato salad and some corn salad and cheese. And so everybody should stay and eat if they can.
Awesome. So I have no idea who's on Alan's team, despite the fact that we played them, because we played them during that
storm,
that rainstorm.
You didn't know. We didn't know who was who. You couldn't even see more than 5 feet in front of ourselves.
I spent the first, I think, 10, 15 minutes wearing my prescription glasses until those got so fogged up on the inside and so rain-coated on the outside that I couldn't see anything at all. So I figured having a little bit less depth perception and not having everything fogged over was a better idea. But then I also realized, since I was playing full forward, that I had no idea where puck outs were going. And so I just waited until someone, I heard the hit, and then I would see everyone run to the other side of the field. I just judged it all based on that. Because I think that I had about 40 meters of visibility on myself before I just had no idea what was going on.
I have not found like a pair of lenses that I can wear that just don't fog up with me under any conditions at all. Like, I don't know if it's just me or what, but I've tried like rec specs and all those different things, and
the rec specs were doing okay for me.
Yeah, they always fog
up until
on
that game.
Right. I guess I just sweat too much.
Booth selfie?
That's probably what it is. Hey, here we are.
All right, it's official.
So it looks like for black, and we can talk about the lineups a little bit as we get closer to go time. I don't know if Team Red is actually going to be wearing white or gray. Looks kind of that way. But
oh, great.
Okay.
So we're playing gray versus black. Very
Looks like
monochrome experience.
Yep.
I like it. Or they're playing in white.
There's going to be black and not black.
All right, well, that's wonderfully not confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm definitely not going to post that photo. Swing and a miss.
So I do think they're going to be gray. Most of them are wearing gray.
Yep.
So Team Morris is black. And
Team Morris is
Team
black,
Grieve
right.
is gray. Looks that way. Turned out to be just a perfect day.
Yeah, it really did.
A whole little breeze.
Humidity is way down, too.
Dry it out a little bit. Yep.
It's mowing the
Much
lawn
better
at
than
home
that.
in
Much
85
better than that.
degrees.
Much better than that torrential downpour that we played in. Am I? Yeah. Okay. I was talking and my mic was not turning red, which made me nervous. But when I enunciate, it does.
Yeah, it seems to be doing okay now, right?
Yeah.
Wait, am I showing up?
Pull your lever down. Now talk.
All right, can you hear me now?
Talk a little louder.
Talk a little louder. Okay. Or did I do something when I was moving around?
It looks like you are maybe. Well, I don't know. Talk again.
All right. Can you hear me now? No. Doesn't look like it. Wait, which one am I supposed to be looking at here?
I think it should be. See, when I talk, it goes all red.
Yeah.
Looks like you're plugged in.
Testing. Testing.
Let's see, how am I plugged in here? Yeah, I mean, you're plugged in the same way I am.
Yeah.
Your mic cord is engaged. I think maybe
Do they have to turn on?
that's just the camera switching. So he's on and he's on.
So
Like,
both of them should be on.
no, you just turn red there.
Okay. Maybe that one's just like tracking you mostly because you're the like mic number 1 or something.
Could be.
All right. Or all of my, very insightful commentary will just be missing after,
I mean, it's in the yellow zone when you're talking. So
Okay, so maybe I should just talk louder.
yeah, that could be it. It's making
My
it is
late-
making a difference in the meter when you speak.
My
so I
late
think we're
night
good.
DJ voice is apparently not conducive to this one. Use my daytime DJ voice instead.
Bill, when he puts this in the archive, will probably cut this part off, and then he'll add the lead in, and then it'll be all legitimate from there. So anything that we say into the hot mic now will probably be erased. As there's a deep drive to left center field by Castellanos, and that will make it a 4-0 ball game. You know what that's a reference to?
I don't.
Oh, well, we'll say that off. We'll tackle that offline. Remind me to tell that story. It's a total meme now. You can just look it up, and you'll see exactly
Me missing a baseball
why that
game?
happened.
I wouldn't believe that. No, of course I would believe that.
Yeah. Good afternoon, hurling fans from Cottage Grove, Wisconsin Rugby Complex. Hope you're having a great day wherever you may be. We are live for the Fall League Final. This is the Hurling Club of Madison City League Fall League Final between what looks like, your scoreboard will say Team Red, but it will be Team Black against Team Gray, and the captain of Black, Alan Morris, and the captain of Gray will be, actually the captain of Black is Dave Grieve, and the captain of Team Gray, or we'll just say Red for the sake of simplicity, will be Alan Morris. Now, Alan is wearing a red jersey, so I don't know. We just have black and non-black. I mean, that's what we're gonna have here. So anyway, I'm here live in the Wisconsin Rugby Club broadcast booth, bringing you the action today. Craig Wagner alongside John Crawford, making his debut up here in the booth. What are you thinking, John? How's it feel up here?
Howdy, Greg. Well, first off, there's a ladder to get up here, so that's always an exciting start to a broadcast. We were talking a little bit at the start of this about the weather suddenly turning from rather gray, rather overcast, threatening some rain, and fairly humid to a nice and dry day. So hopefully some good conditions for everyone for the last game that we're going to be broadcasting from the Fall League.
Absolutely, and I think, John, nice weather, yes. What's helped to dry things out is the wind. So you have the camera, I think, pointed at the flags, and you look at, there's definitely a wind that's favoring the team that will be attacking south to north today. The team attacking north to south will have to deal with a pretty stiff headwind. So I think, the key to winning the coin toss, so to speak, if I'm the captain out there and I win the toss, I'm going to take the win in the first half. Is that what you would do as well?
Yeah, probably. Try to rack up a bit of a scoreboard against the other team, and go in a little bit more confident into halftime. That's what I'd go with.
Yeah, absolutely. Get that jump and put the pressure on your opponent, and make them do all the hard work to climb their way back in. If you can put your points between the uprights and give yourself a little bit of a cushion, that is always how you want to get started. So we didn't have rosters this morning, so I'm going to kind of wing it with the lineup as Team Alan Morris, captained by Alan Morris, will be wearing red. I see that they've a lot of them have slid on the pennies, the red pennies, so that'll make everything match your scoreboard, which will be easier for you, the viewer, to track what's going on out there. So roster will be, again, captained by Alan Morris. Bill Jones in goal. He will be joined by, it looks like, Andy Bean. Danny Kroll, I think, is down there.
Yep.
I see John Kenny on Team Allen. I see John Campbell. I see Benji Cottrell. Let's see who else is down there with them.
Is that also Shane down there?
It's Shane Finnan is down there as well. So that'll be the roster for Team Red. And then Team Black, a little farther away from us, captained by Dave Grieve. Looks like David Dodge out there. Congratulations to David Dodge and Aaron Clapper on a new daughter, which arrived, and we got to meet at least through the WhatsApp this week. So congratulations to Aaron and David on a new addition to the family. Very exciting stuff. Always good to have a new hailstone out there, and between Aaron and David Dodge, I'd be really surprised if we don't have a very fine camogie player coming up through our youth program here in the coming years.
Definitely just a little bit of a development period.
Absolutely, yeah.
Before we have another player out here.
Yeah, we're getting there. We got to develop the club somehow, and reproduction is one way to do it. It's a surefire way. Then we have Ian Lamoli out there. Hurricane Ian has blown in to Florida, unfortunately, but fortunately for the Hailstones, he's blown into Cottage Grove today. So Ian will be out there. I see Will Jackson, it looks like. I see maybe Ben Bars. Man, it's a long distance from us today where they're doing their pregame huddle. So Zach Trebatuski is out there. I see him. I see Dave Graff. I see well, as the action unfolds, we'll be able to tell you who's out there.
We'll figure it out.
That much I can promise you. As we're just about on schedule, the referee Brian Murphy about to throw it in here. So as it looks like I see Fiona out there for Red as well. So she is subbing in for somebody from Red there. Good to see Fiona out there. She can really crank it from the anywhere from the half forward line in.
Definitely.
You give her some space and she's going to put that over the bar. Just about as accurate as anybody else out there from that distance, and I would expect to see some scoring out there from Fiona. So here we are throwing it in. We got Brian Murphy out there. John Kenny and David Dodge will compete for the throw-in today. What do you think are the keys today, John? What would you be looking for?
Other than the Hailstone tradition of possession, those accurate passes, taking points when you can, and try to clean up wherever you can, and just stay tight on your man.
That's right. Stay goal side in the backs, and avoid giving up that clean shot. It looks like now our starting lineups are starting to take shape here, as matching up in front of the black goal will be Alan Morris, and it looks like it's Ryan.
Yep.
Ryan will be marking up Alan down there in the full forward line for Red. Looks like we've got Phil squared up against Shane, and we've got Fiona. Is that Danny against Fiona? I'm not sure. No.
Oh, the action started.
All right, and we're in. David Grieve controlling the ball in the half-forward line for Black. Grieve still on it, getting a little bit of pressure, but controlling the ball. A little bit of a slip there on his back foot as the ball is picked up by Red as they try to clear it out. Don't quite get it out there as it's broken up by David Dodge, and Benji with the first scoring attempt of the game, and it's through for a point for Black. So I am running the scoreboard here, and we will get that updated for you. So 1-0 early Black lead, 1 point to none, as Shane looks to dump it into the forward line there. Ben Bars picking it up, but knocked down by Alan Morris, and it's going to be an easy call for Brian Murphy there as we get a little bit of a push in the back there, and it'll be a free out for Black, as they will get the opportunity early on here. Benji take the free out from the back line and clear it out of trouble. Let's see if Black can get some motion in here for Benji. They do. David Grieve making the run to the sideline. Benji spots him right on the hand on one bounce. Great pickup by Grieve. Grieve putting it into the goal box as Bill Jones is able to knock it down, and it will go over the back line for a 65. So I would imagine we're going to see Benji taking a run up from the back line to the 65 line and taking this free for David Grieve's Black squad here out at Cottage Grove. A little bit of fumbling around here with the ball as Benji gets ready for his 65. And here, with a rugby field, the center line, when the field's configured for rugby, is going to be a very short 65. So Brian Murphy has Benji move it back to the dashed line, which looks a lot more accurately like 65 meters to me.
That's 60 meters in rugby.
Yeah.
The kickoff has to go from that solid line past that dashed line in the game of rugby. So that works for us.
John Crawford, the rugby player, giving us the measurements here as Benji takes his 60 meter free, and I believe that was wide.
I think that was wide, yeah.
Yep. So we have Bill Jones pucking it out to Shane. Shane can't get a handle on it, and Phil clearing it out, but clearing it wide and out of bounds. So it'll be a sideline cut in for Team Red as John Campbell places the ball on the sideline here. And we'll look to... Now John steps away, and it'll be Brian Dowling. Rowdy will take the free, or not the free, I'm sorry, but the sideline cut. As he looks for Shane, who was making a move in the behind the play on Phil, and spotted there by Rowdy. Now Allen picking it up. Allen looking to get it into the box, but guarded nicely by two players, and it's knocked out again. I think that's going to be another 65. Like Phil got a stick on that ball. And early on, a lot of action wide of both goals. So we've had a few 65s already. So let's see if Shane, from the 60-meter line, thank you, John. Let's see if he can convert this 65 into the wind. What do you think, John?
Murphy is convincing him to take it back from 60 meters out. We had a little bit of a disagreement. I think that we've played alternately at the 50 and the 60 meters out line.
As Shane puts it over and through.
And as Craig mentioned, that was a shot into the wind.
Yeah, very good take there by Shane Finnan as he ties it up here. A point apiece. Dave Graff doing battle with Rowdy, midfield here. Graff with one solo, deflected away by Rowdy. Really tough to get the ball around Rowdy as Fiona gets in there. Fiona with a really nice quick pass there to Rowdy. Rowdy looking for Johnny Kenny. Johnny Kenny with the take at the goal, and it's going to sail a little bit wide. So puck out here for Ben Bars as he pucks it deep into the forward line, where John Campbell makes a play on it, doing battle there against Benji. A little tangled up. Good no call there by Brian Murphy. You could hear Brian, probably not on my mic, but you could hear Brian saying no call there, but we're going to get one there. As Benji with a little bit of contact there against Shane. A little bit of a friendly push there on the near sideline. And Shane will take the free from here, and I would guess that he's going to probably go for the point. And it's going to be wide. Wide to the near side. Another puck out for Ben Bars as the players are not cleared to the 20-meter line, but that's okay. And the puck out sails out of bounds. So early on, I don't know, John. I think, teams are just kind of feeling out the matchups here. We're not seeing a ton of real physical action here in the middle of the field. It's a lot of long ball so far.
Yeah, it is a lot of long ball.
Yeah, as Johnny sends it in. Fiona looking for the pickup there. Allen chasing it out of the scrum there. Allen in the classic Madison PBR jersey, vintage, as Benji finds Dodge. Dodge with a long attempt, and that's going to sail wide to the far side. So we sit at a point apiece. About 8 minutes in, as David Dodge runs that down. Plenty of time for Dodge. Up the line over the head of David Grieve. David Graff. As that ball scoots out the far side of the crowned pitch here in Cottage Grove. John Kenny. John looking to feed it into the forward line. Great catch there by Fiona. Fiona with the flip pass, looking for Shane. Broken up there by Dodge. Dodge running out with it. Dodge now with the solo to midfield and looking for Dave Grieve, but it's broken up there by Andy Bean as Bean does battle with Grieve. Bean with a good look. Good decision there on the ground hurl. John Campbell chasing it down, and it trickles out. Good heads-up play there by the other JC to kick the ball forward, but the field's a little faster than we thought it would be, I think, with the damp conditions earlier. Rowdy, looks like he lost that ball in the sun, but still able to knock it down. Controlled by Johnny, back to Rowdy. Rowdy now with a open look into Allen. Allen trying to, with the over-the-head one-timer. Doesn't get it through as it trickles out of bounds. I think that's going to be another 65.
It does look like that.
Yeah. So we will see Shane jogging back out to that, we'll just call it the 65 for sake of hurling terminology. As Shane now with a look at the goal from the center of the field. And he's going to square it up and send it up, and I believe that
Was wide,
was
I think.
wide to the left. Has the puck out, another puck out, sails out of bounds. So working on getting those things centered today. Both goalkeepers having a couple of them go wide on the field as the sideline cut is right into David Dodge, who has it broken up nicely there by Shane. Shane taking it away. Shane looking for the attempt at the long score, and I think that is also a wide ball. No score there. Ben Bars pucking it out. Ben looking for Benji. The Ben-to-Ben connection there. Swept away nicely there by John Campbell as he chases it with Benji. Now Campbell still controlling it here out to Fiona. Fiona looking for Allen. I think that pass was deflected, which sends the ball out for another 65. Was it deflected? No, they're gonna say that they're gonna say that it was not. So altered just enough to be sent wide as Ben pucks it back into David Dodge. Johnny doing battle with Dodgy here at midfield. I believe that would be, is that Liam Jones there? Yep.
Liam just came in.
Yep. Liam on the field now, replacing Ian. As Johnny sends it in, looking for Allen, and it bounces one bounce over the stick of Alan Morris for a wide ball. Ben pucking it back again. John Campbell doing a great job today on Benji. All the puck outs have been contested there by JC, so he's having a good match here early on. With a tough matchup. Benji's always a tough guy to mark. As Allen looking to make a move on Ryan, he does, and he gets it over. Now that is a goal for Team Red. So Allen getting the first goal of the game, and John, I think we all know that if Allen beats his man and gets one-on-one with the goalie, there's an excellent chance that that's going to be converted into the back of the net, don't you think?
Yeah, it definitely happened to us during the match that we played against him in the rain.
Yeah, that was a tough one for us. As Shane converting a point for Red. And now we have a 1-2 to 1 point game here. So a 4-point lead in the first 13 minutes. About 13 minutes into the first half as Will Jackson working to control the ball. Will
It appeared to be going the wrong way.
Yes. Yeah, not moving the right way. He's trying to create space, I think. But man, I don't know, John, does it seem this way to you? The field just seems a little narrow today. A lot of balls going over the sidelines.
Yeah. Also, a lot of balls being played in the middle, half to middle 2/3 of it. It's been a lot of play between the half forward and the half back lines. Midfielders getting really involved.
as Benji
I think that
sends that
snuck
over.
in for a point, and I apologize to everyone because I did not get the camera wide enough for that one.
Take our word for it, it's a point for Benji. Sending it out from about 60 yards, so a good score there by Benji. And now Benji picks it up on the near sideline. Benji looking for that open shot, and he gets it from about 20 yards out. Another point for Benji. As Black getting back into the match here.
And Bill playing it wide right from the start.
The third point of the game for Team Black. And I believe they're all Benjis, as that one goes over and wide. And Bill Jones will puck another one out. Bill looking to the middle, looking for Shane. Off the hand of Shane into the hand of Benji. Benji at midfield. Benji with control. Benji looking to score again. And that is going to count.
Does? Yep.
Phil doing what Phil does, knocking that puck out, knocking that play in out of. That's going to be an over the back call. So easy call there for Brian Murphy as Shane just kind of gently goes over the back of David Dodge. But it doesn't matter if you do it violently or gently. You go over anyone's back, and that's pretty easy for the ref to see anywhere on the field. So free for Benji. And this would tie it up if he can convert this one. Wind at his back. 65 meters out. Good strike, and I think it's going to be wide to the right. So it remains a one-point game in favor of red. Bill pucking it out to Johnny. Johnny with the nice catch there. Johnny with a great pass. Great targeted pass there in the middle to Rowdy. Rowdy looking for Shane now. Shane sweeping it outside, picked up by John Campbell. Now John in control. John Campbell with the shot, and it goes about 2 feet wide. So still a 1-point game here. 15 minutes into the first half as Ben-to-Ben connection on fleek again as Benji pushes that one just a hair wide. So the 5-4, still a 5-4 match. As Bill looking for Johnny. Johnny making a good run there off his hand. Back to John Campbell again, kicking it forward to Shane. Shane looking for control on the ground to Johnny. Nice heads-up play there by Shane as Johnny picks it up. Johnny near sideline here, guarded by Zach Trebatuski. John looking for Allen and finds him. Allen with Ryan close on his back. Good coverage there by Ryan Allen, stepping aside, creating some space for himself, looking for Fiona. Fiona, great move there back to Allen. Allen, but doing battle with Ryan, and Allen kind of winning that battle as Ryan falls to the turf. Ball kicked back out to Johnny, and Johnny with the score. And we now have a 2-point lead for Team Red, as this one is going to stay in bounds. Picked up by Andy Bean right in front of us here near sideline, back to the middle to Johnny. And we got a stoppage in play as it looks like Black was subbing in. So we're going to do that puck out over.
Back to that last passage of play there. Ryan, another first-year hurler like me, doing a good job of making himself an absolute nuisance against Allen there.
Yep, Ryan making it tough for Allen. Allen got the best of him on that goal. But with Alan Morris up there, manning the post, full forward, as Liam showing off those wheels, getting some space there, looks like he's trying to pass it inside, but it's broken up, and I think we're gonna get a free for Black, free in. So Liam with the hustle, creating the foul, and now Benji from the 20-meter line will presumably go for the point here. I would think down by a couple. You're going to just try to close that gap, but he could try to put it through the wall. Let's see. And he does.
He does
try to put it through the wall. It's knocked down. Knocked down nicely by the red wall of defense as Andy Bean. Andy Bean alertly finding Johnny on the far side. Johnny from the weak side looking to clear it out. And it's picked up. Oh, not picked up by Phil. Gets by him. Fiona working hard against two black jerseyed players, putting it into the goal box. Ben trying to control it. It's still loose. Dangerous situation there for black, but Ben does get a hold of it and gets it cleared out to midfield. As Shane looking to sweep it past Benji, unable to do so, and Benji picks it up, and it looks like that will be a point.
Wide ball.
Oh, wide ball.
I think that was wide.
Yeah, Brian is not marking it down. So it remains a 2-point game. I believe we're now about 19 minutes into first half of the Fall City League Final for the Hurling Club of Madison. Wrapping it up out here after a great year at Cottage Grove. But it's not over yet. We got a half plus of hurling to bring to you before we call it a year from out here and close our broadcasts and playing season out here at the Wisconsin Rugby Complex. What a year it's been. As Bill now looking to puck it in. We're 20 minutes into the first half, so I wasn't sure if they were playing 20-minute halves or 25s, but it looks like it's going to be 25 because we're 20 minutes in and they're still playing. Not much of a math guy, but I think I got that one right. Benji now with Shane closing in on him, and that was going to be wide as well.
Wide ball.
So Benji getting, I think Black is doing what they want to do, John, and that's getting the ball to Benji for those strikes. They're just not
converting.
Not getting between the uprights for him yet. But it's a good strategy. I think if you're Black, you probably would like to have a little better lead here with the wind, or a lead at all as they trail by 2. Allen doing battle here. Ryan trying to stay with him. Ryan doing just enough to alter that, but a great pass by Alan Morris right on the mark to Fiona.
And an excellent conversion by Fiona there.
Yes. And we said at the beginning that Fiona can put it over, and she does just that. I like it when, don't you like it, John, when we say something on the air and then they make us right?
Yeah, it's nice validation.
Yeah. As we're going to get I think it was a 3 to the hand there against David Graff, so should be a free out for red. And this one will be from about This will be from about
50 meters.
50 meters.
On the angle, though.
Yep. Shane on the angle, and that's going to go wide. And that's halftime. So it is a 20-minute half. As Brian may have added a little bit of time in there. I think we started at 4:02. It's 4:24. And we're at halftime. And our scoreboard here will confirm this down on the field, but I've got 1-4 to 4 points. So a 3-point lead for Red. Alan Morris, Team Red. And see if we can get a scoring update here from Mr. Murphy. But
who appears to have disappeared about as far away from the broadcast booth as possible.
He has. Well, we're good. So, John, what do you think? What's your assessment of first half?
I think you're right about the amount of time that Black is trying to get the ball in.
7-4
Benji.
Red.
Benji sending a couple on the wide side. Allen had a really nice turnaround goal. Red seems to be doing a really good job when they get it to that full forward line. Allen and Fiona with a couple of scores apiece, I think. Not entirely sure. Looking through the tiny little monitor, I sometimes lose people.
Yeah, you're looking at the small screen, and I'm looking at the big picture. But you're right. I think all the scoring for Black has been Benji. We've got Allen with the goal.
Yep.
Fiona has a point for Red, and then Shane I think has
a
couple.
couple farther
Yep.
out points.
Yep.
That sounds about right.
So I think that, and then Johnny I think got one. So
Okay.
so we'll get Johnny on the board here as well. But we have a what you'd expect for a league final in a Madison City League hurling match. It's a tight match. It's anybody's game right now. One goal for Black and it's even, so it's a one-score game. A little more of a defensive score than I expected with the conditions out here.
Mm-hmm.
But there's been a lot of wides, I think, in the first half that we could see straightened out in the second half, and I anticipate, John, that we'll see a little bit higher scoring second half. I think.
Black will have the challenge of playing into the wind for the next half. They did have the wind at their back for the first. Not sure how that's going to affect any of the game plan, or if they're going to keep trying to use Benji in that approximately midfield line, trying to score some points. So we'll see how that influences any of their plans, and see if anything else gets adjusted.
Yeah, I mean, I think going into the wind, if I'm Black, I would keep the same game plan and let Benji take his points. I think this wind is tough, but Benji will be aware of that, and he knows where he is on the pitch, and he'll be able to adjust to that. So if you keep playing your game and get Benji the open strikes that he's been getting in the first half, they're going to sail through. They'll get back in the game. I think both teams have their strategies are pretty clear. The Red strategy is getting the ball into the full forward line. Alan Morris, a beast. Alan gets a lot of help up there from Fiona.
Definitely.
You have somebody, if they collapse on Alan, you have somebody to pass it to who can certainly score as well. So they're executing their game plan well. And I think Black, even though they're down, John, they're executing their game plan well too. The points just aren't going over the bar yet.
Yeah, definitely. I think Red also has an advantage in this half because, again, the wind is going to be at their backs. Bill Jones, up until this point, has been playing very deep balls, trying to get it into that full forward line, especially Alan and Fiona. So I would expect that Red would keep doing that, which means that Black's game plan needs to be to keep the tight pressure on them, try to disrupt them as much as possible, not give them a free look at goal, especially, and make points really challenging for them.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're Black, you want to definitely make Red take their points, and not get those clean looks at the goal. Because that 3-point deficit can really swell quickly if you don't shut down the goals up front. So we're getting ready here as Brian checking with both goalkeepers as Ben sends the ball out from the north goal to Brian Murphy to get ready for the throw-in. Bill Jones down on the south end now, not quite ready. He's retrieving some slitters. Can't play without slitters, so we got to get those cleaned up from behind the goal and get a few of them in there and get ready to play our last 20 minutes of hurling here from beautiful Cottage Grove, Wisconsin. And you can kind of see it on the back side of John's camera. The fall colors are just starting to come in. Some of those trees in the backdrop fading a little bit, with the blue skies adorning them. Just a gorgeous scene out here as David Dodge, a little bit of a chop there by Shane, no call, as both teams do battle here in the middle, and I think we're just going to do this. We're going to do this throw-in again. So a little bit of a do-over to start the half as Brian Murphy rightfully thinking the play to start off was just a little bit sloppy. So trying to get a little bit of control there as he does. Shane trying to feed it in, but it's broken up by Phil Foyts. Kicked out to Johnny. Now Johnny looking for a quick pass out to Rowdy. Finds him. Rowdy trying to get down the middle, but Phil, as Phil does, is on task, knocking it down. Great move to Dodge. Great pass to Dodge in the middle. Broken up nicely, but into the hands of Benji, and that's going to be a goal. And we have ourselves a tie match. So the ball deflected by the defense, but into the hands of Benji, who is able to convert. Really no chance for the goalkeeper there. You know, given the position that Benji picked up that ball as the puck out, takes a few bounces, sails out of bounds, and Ben will puck it back to Benji, who gets a stick on it, but it's controlled by Rowdy. Rowdy trying to clear it out, but it's picked up by Dave Graff. Graff loses his footing a little bit. Rowdy's still doing battle down there. And getting it to John Campbell. Really a good tandem there on the back line as Andy Bean picks it up. The ball with a little bit of backspin dribbles off his stick a little bit as it's picked up by Benji. And Benji looking to score, and it's going to be wide to the far side again. As we still have a tie match here. Bill Jones looking for the puck out down in the corner to Alan Morris. And last week, John, we played on this field, and it was probably about 30 yards longer than it was. So just getting used to the shorter field again, as some of the puck outs have found the opposite end.
Gone the full
quickly.
100 meters of the field that we have today.
Yep. Now Ian bumped away there nicely as Rowdy controls and looks to clear it out for Red. Looking for Shane toward midfield. Shane on the ground to Fiona. Fiona controlling it nicely and getting it into her hand as she tries to Johnny pass it there to Johnny. As Allen and is that Allen getting tangled up there with... Might have been David Dodge.
Is that Dodge, I think?
Yeah. Got a little bit tangled up, and I think Allen got just a little bit behind Dodge, which made it put him behind Dodge's back. And as they both go to the ground, you're going to get the behind the back call or the back call on against Red. As Benji will pick it up. That means a free out for Black as Benji lifts and puts it toward the goal box really nicely, actually, and into the soft ground in front of the goal box. Trickles away harmlessly to the right side where Andy Bean does a nice job clearing it out. Campbell
clearing it right into
a hard
Kenny.
shot with a hard clear to Johnny. Johnny controls it, trying to get it to Allen, but there are three Black defenders in the back, so really nice job by Black of clearing that out as Graff now looking to get the ball into his hand and get the ball into the middle, looking for Will Jackson off of Will's stick over the head of Campbell and into the hand of Benji, and we're going to get a foul inside the... Is that inside the 20?
It definitely was about 20 meters out from the goal. I don't know exactly where we're playing that square for today.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna get as close in as that was, and with nobody else in front, Benji is lobbying for... I think Benji's lobbying for a penalty shot.
I think he was.
Yeah, but looks like we're gonna get the free from... a little further out than where the foul probably occurred. This will be from the 21.
Yeah, about 23 meters out on this field.
Yeah. As Benji, I think Benji will look to put it on goal again, I would think. No, he makes me wrong again. Puts it over. Was that wide?
I don't know. I don't see Murphy going for the book at all.
I think it was wide.
So it might have been wide.
Yep. Benji thinking it should have been a yellow and a penalty. That's kind of what we saw up here too. What do you think, John? I'm not sure about the yellow. I don't know that it was yellow worthy, but it was definitely inside the 20. So I thought maybe a penalty would have been warranted there, but I'm not revving the game, thankfully.
You almost were.
I almost was.
I was almost up here alone, which would have made for pathetic listening for all of you.
Yeah, you'd have done great. So a foul and a free out as Shane feeds it into trying to find Alan Morris. It falls a little bit short as David Dodge getting it into the hand and soloing
the whole length of
almost
the
the length of the field. Feet tangled up now with Johnny. Yep. And that's gonna be a free. Let's see if Dodgy will take it or if it will go to Benji. Looks like Benji coming out to take that free. So we get from probably about 30 yards out. Benji lining it up and putting it into the goal box. Knocked down by the red back line. Rowdy clearing it on out, and I think that's going to sail out of bounds. And it'll be a sideline cut in for Phil Foyts and Black. So we have a tie match here. It's been a tight one.
It definitely has.
Yeah. As Phil gets it in nicely to Grieve, squirts under Grieve's stick. Grieve's creating some space for himself, looking to control it. He does. Dances around a couple of red defenders. Now Phil sending it into the goal box. I think that's over the bar for a point. And red, according to our scoreboard, red with its first lead of the game. A 1-point lead for red. We have a 1-5 to 1-4 in favor. I'm sorry, Black. Black's first lead of the game. 1-5 to 1-4 in favor of Black. Allen looking for Shane. It gets over his head a little bit as Zach Trebatuski clearing it up the line very nicely. Andy Bean with a good hustle to knock it away from Liam Jones as Ben Bars knocks a shot down and cleared out again nicely by Phil to David Dodge. Dodge soloing it forward and into the hands of Rowdy at midfield. So Red will send it into Phil again, and Phil send it out as it sails over the head of Will Jackson, looking for Will to get a shot on goal, but it sails over him as Bill Jones controls it, clears it back out to Shane, and rough bounce for Shane as it gets away from him. Shane doing battle with Phil. Phil from his knees picking it up, looking for the hand pass, and almost controlled by Johnny, but now I'm sorry, that was David Grieve knocking it away and creating some space for Black, and we're going to get a push against Red, so this should be a free for Black as Benji trots over to take that free from the far side at midfield. Benji lining it up. Let's see what he does into the wind, John. And it looks like, respecting the wind, he tries to put it into the goal box. Nobody home as John Campbell clears it out, but Dodge knocks it down, and now Dodge will try to take the point from midfield, and it is wide.
One ball.
Yep. So we're about, I think, 11 or 12 minutes in, so about midway through the second half. And we have a 1-point lead for Black as they try to hold on to that. Shane looking to get it into Allen. He does. Allen now trying to make his move. Ryan in front of Allen nicely. Allen really not getting any help on the front line. He's all alone against 3 Black players, and they were able to clear it out as Dodge solos it in and looking for the goal as Bill Jones sees it all the way and gets it cleared out to Andy Bean. Andy Bean trying to get a handle on it. It falls to the ground. Now Benji picking it up. Benji looking to make a move. Good goal side defense there by Red. Pass back to Dodge as they deny Benji a move at the goal. Dodge now looking to put it on goal again. Bill sees it all the way, and we're going to get a 65. So about midway through half number 2, John, what are you thinking here?
Black's been playing some really aggressive hurling. I think they've been not just relying on the Benji points. They've been going through David Dodge a decent amount, who's had some nice solos and some nice runs through the midfield line, and really trying to put stuff on goal, putting Bill under a lot of pressure.
They are, and Bill, so far, I think when you, as Benji, takes that free, and that one goes wide on him as well. When you're putting the ball into the the point, and Brian Murphy does call that a point for Benji. So Black now with a 2-point lead, as it's a 1-6 to 1-4. Bill Jones pucking it out. We're gonna get it over the back. As you can hear Benji lobbying against that call, but I think from up here, everybody up here, everybody new and old to hurling, saw that over the back call. That
is one of my favorite parts of hurling, though, the lobbying the referee while playing, and in the case of Shane a couple minutes ago, lobbying the referee while trying to play the ball into the square and possibly score a point.
That's right. And speaking of scoring a point, Johnny converting the free. John Kenny, as we get back to a 1-point lead here with Red trailing by just a single point here. About I would think we're about 5-6 minutes away from the final whistle, as now we get a throw in front of the Red 20. Benji turning, shooting, looking for the point, and it's wide, as Bill Jones will look for Shane. Shane running up on it. Phil closing in on him. Shane trying to get it in again to the forward line. Dodge really just doing a nice job in that sweeper role today, and scoring out of it, as David Dodge. I was just going to compliment Dodge on his defense, John. Just kind of sitting in that sweeper role, just taking the ball away from any attempt to get it into Allen, who's obviously a weapon up front for Red. But Dodge not only taking it away in that sweeper role, but putting it over the bar from a good distance into the wind.
Yeah, from 75-ish meters out, being able to just crank that straight in. No Red coverage on him, so he had all the time that he needed to take that as accurately and as forcefully as he could.
Yeah. If Dodge is losing any sleep with that new baby, it's not showing in his distance. As Allen gets control of it and puts it in, and now that 2-point lead for Black is now a 1-point lead for Red, as Allen gets his second goal of the game. And you see why, as that one is in as well. Who scored that one, John?
That was another Red point.
Yeah.
Yeah, the puck out was collected in the mid or half-back line and sent immediately back for a point for Red.
Was that Shane?
I think so.
Yeah. As now Dodge, again, from that sweeper position, gets it into a really tough place, as that's going to be a goal.
That was a goal.
And I think
off of Bill's hurl, but ultimately in.
And now we got another lead change. So we had one. We had Red take a short lead, and it's taken back, as really just kind of those lobs into the goal are really tough for a goalkeeper. You're trying to clear it, and it gets over your head. You think it might be a point, as Dodge loses his hurl. I'm not sure what happened there, as Dodge a little bit shaken up there. And we're going to get, was it a steps call, maybe?
It was steps.
Yeah.
I think Benji was lobbying for something else.
Yeah, dodges hurl on the ground about 20 yards behind the play as Johnny puts it over for Red, and we're back to even. Pucked out. Ben Bars. This is some great action. This is really a incredible game today. As now Grieve trying to get the ball, doing battle with Johnny, and they're going to get the push against Red. So it's going to be a free out for Benji. Let's see if Benji will try to convert this from 65 or so yards out into the wind. In a tie game, I think you do try to get that point. And
I have no idea.
I think we're going to get a wide ball called there, as I don't see Brian booking that one. Bill Jones looking to get it into Allen. Again, there's Dodge sweeping it out. Dodge looking for... Oh, Benji was wide open. He got behind the defense, but it's knocked down and taken out by Rowdy. Rowdy looking for Shane. Shane with great hands there, picking it up. Now Shane turning, firing, and giving Red the lead. So a lot of up and down action here. This has been a fun one. As it's pucked out by Ben Bars, pucked out over the front line, picked up by Benji. That's going to be a score, and we're back to even again. So I don't know how many ties we've had today, and how many we've had. Several lead changes, a bunch of ties. This one's going to be classic. Guys are going to be pulling this one off the YouTube and watching it for a long time, because we have a very evenly matched game here. Is Dodge getting it to his hand, looking for Grieve. Grieve wide open in the middle. Grieve looking to feed it into his front line. Nobody home, as Bill Jones picking it up easily and sending it back out, looking for Shane. Shane, Phil trying to swat it away, but it gets past him as Shane picks it up. Shane looking for Allen. Allen looking to get it away from David Dodge. Dodge still playing really well in that sweeper role. Dodge now with the ball, hand pass over the top of David. Grieve now with the ball. Grieve looking to get it past Rowdy. Rowdy knocks it down, but it's picked up by Liam. Liam now with Andy Bean guarding him closely. A one-handed pass to Benji, executed very well, and we're going to get a hold there against Red, so it should be a free. I think we're going to get a free for. I think we're going to get a free for Black.
Getting some lobbying, gaining a lot of contact. I think everyone knows that this is a very close game, and as the final, everyone wants to, score everything that they possibly can and prevent everything that they can as well.
Absolutely, and what I like about it, John, is the lobbying has been very polite.
Yeah.
Benji,
we'll go with polite.
Benji scoring, and now Black is up by a point. We're at what I would say is crunch time, probably at about the final minutes here. Like, there can't be a ton of time left. So if you're Red, you want to get possession and get that point as soon as you can, because I think time's running small here. As Benji sends it in, and Bill Jones controlling it. Now Bill will take it. Bill has a lot of space, a lot of time to look for that open man. But man, Black, playing again with those three players back there. Allen doing battle now. Allen looking for now. Bill Jones coming up, knowing the urgency here as Johnny's got to take that point. Johnny has it knocked down by Dodge as it into the box, and Shane trying to one-time it into the back of the goal. It's gonna go wide, and let's see if Red gets another scoring chance here. We're getting late in the match as Benji picks it up, and if you're Red, you just do not want to give up a point here. You want to control it, get it out. Graff with great hands, and it's picked up, dies in the grass there. Picked up, and we have Benji putting it over for a point. Now it's a 2-point match as Black leads by 2.
Bill Jones still with a keeper hurl.
Yep, Bill
out playing as a halfback.
That's right.
Again, over to Dodge with all the time in the world. Just
trying to get that, just a little bit of extra offense, as the with the rain yesterday and the rugby, it's a little sloppy in front of that goal. So the balls that are getting sent into the box are just kind of dying in the mud. And now I think Red has to be thinking, with the amount of time that's running off on them, they got to be thinking about a goal here as it's picked up on the near sideline by Grieve. And we're going to get a foul against Red. And a free in for Benji. So Benji converts this free. Now that puts Red in a position of needing a goal to tie it. So this is a pretty important shot here, John. And it's over.
Looks good, yep.
Over, and so is the game.
That was time.
Yeah, that's it. So Benji closing out the scoring and closing out a win. And
What was the final?
City League Championship.
2-8
211 to 2-9 or 211 to 2-8 score in favor of David Grieve's Team Black. So congratulations to David Grieve and his lads out there on a City League win today as we close things out. So what a year it's been. I mean, really the highlight of the season being 2 junior hurling championships for the Hurling Club of Madison, with the Junior A and the Junior Reserve wins in Chicago this year. But
Football doing a really good job as well.
football getting to a final as well. But always competitive and exciting City League action here in Cottage Grove for this club.
And this being our second City League, because we had a summer City League as well.
Yeah, so we
this year.
Yeah, we got to bring you a lot of different looks, different action, different colors. We had a yellow and what was the other color for the City League?
Ketchup and mustard. Red
Ketchup
and yellow.
and mustard, that's right.
The battle of the condiments.
And today we got
In which ketchup came out as the victors.
ketchup and blackened chicken. If you put ketchup on blackened chicken, you should probably be shot. But hey, I don't judge. So anyway,
We should probably have the mics taken away
wrapping
from
this
us
thing
now.
up. Wrapping this thing up. I don't think anyone will disagree that if you put ketchup on blackened chicken, you deserve a punishment. But
Yeah,
anyhow,
yeah, probably.
maybe
Probably right.
maybe not the death penalty. maybe shot in the leg or something.
Shot in the leg? Okay, we'll go with that. I really hope that Bill cuts this off before this gets saved for all of posterity.
So anyway, congratulations to David Grieve and Team Black as they close out a City League championship here late in the summer, early in the fall. And this is it. This is it as they take down the goals for the final time. Unless we can get a scrimmage out here in October, that'll be kind of fun. But anyway, final official takedown as Black wins the Fall League Championship over Team Red, 211 to 2-8. Any final thoughts, John, outside of blackened chicken and ketchup?
No, I don't think so. Other than that, I try to have this on, some future generation of the Hailstone hurling, which is definitely playing more hockey with a little bit of baseball right now. But they'll figure it out.
Exactly.
Oh, and some golf.
Yeah.
That was
Wow.
exciting.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should really have microphones taken away from us. So
Yeah, they're gonna.
Thanks, Craig, for
They're gonna cut
calling.
us off. We might not ever get in the booth again. Who knows? I think we will.
Thanks, Craig, for calling the game.
Yeah, great working with you, John. Good job on the mic and on the camera for your first time up here.
Yeah, I only missed 1 point.
And a great first season for you. We're glad to have you in the club. You've definitely made your mark early on here in your hurling career. So welcome. Hope you're here a long time. We love
Definitely
hanging
plan to
out
be.
with you. And for John Crawford, Craig Wagner, wishing you a very pleasant good afternoon from wherever you may be. And that's it. 17-14, a 3-point lead, a win for Black. And have a great afternoon. So long.
I got weird, guys.
Weird at the end.
A little dark.
It should be shot, but I don't judge.
Are we done broadcasting, or is there anything else we have to do here?
Your mic is still hot.